Welcome back to my channel and another beer review. This is by Scuttlebutt Brewing Company out of Everett, Washington, Homeport Blonde Ale. Scuttlebutt has been around since 1996. Here's what the bottle looks like. It's a mermaid with some mountains in the background. All their labels have a nautical theme to them, at least the ones I've seen. This beer has been around for a long time. The oldest reviews I can find date back to 2005. There are no further details on the bottle. There's a very brief description on the website. Homeport Blonde, it's light, refreshing, and full of flavor. This beer is perfect for that summer day on the deck or an afternoon date with the lawnmower. Malt forward flavor with an herbal aroma and some pine notes. This beer is available all year round. 6 packs of this typically run about $8 or $9. The website does not give any details of the recipe with the exception of the hops. Being a blonde ale, they most likely use 2-row Pilsner in it. A 2-row malt gives bread, biscuit, cracker flavor, fermentable sugars. Other malts they may have used, such as Crystal 10 or 20, give a sweetness, candy-like flavor. A honey malt would give a honey flavor, biscuity, bready malts could also be used in there. Other malts such as Munich or Vienna, those give a malty backbone. It's just difficult to say, and all these are purely guesses. The hops are Nugget and Tettnanger. Nugget hops can provide a little bit of spiciness or herbal notes, sometimes a little bit of fruitiness. Tettnanger hops originate in Germany, but there's also American versions of them. They are known for floral and herbal aromas. I would anticipate this being a little malty, possibly some sweetness in there, maybe even a little bit of a bready note to it. I also anticipate a little bit of fruitiness and floral to it. Body style for blonde ales typically is a light to medium body. 4.6% alcohol, 19 IBU. Blonde ales are kind of focused on being a lower alcohol, not quite a session beer. They're usually going to be a golden color. They could be transparent or cloudy. Blonde ales typically have a level of sweetness, maltiness, some fruitiness, maybe even some bready or biscuity notes. You're probably not going to get all those, but some combination of them. Every blonde beer I've had has been ale. I personally have not had a blonde lager. I haven't seen any. Medium golden color, slightly hazy but not much. Nice thick frothy foam, but I also pour it that way. Very white and fluffy, I love that. You can see a decent amount of bubbles in the center there, a nice little torrent of them going on, so it's well carbonated but not overly done. There are no particles floating in here, nothing, no sediment along the bottom, nothing in suspension there. The clarity is a combination of kettle or keg findings, cold crash in the fermenter upon fermentation being done. High flocculating yeast can also help clarify beer. What that means is the yeast cells fall out of suspension when fermentation is done, so it helps clarify it. I'm sure this has not been filtered. That is a beautiful medium golden color. I love that. That's what a blonde ale should look like. Fruitiness, such as a light colored fruit, pear, apple, grape, very gentle floral. I do smell a little bit of sweet and malt in the nose. I'm getting that gentle bouquet sweeping back and forth, and that's complemented very nicely with those gentle fruit aromas. All these aromas are very faint. I'm having to draw them in a little bit, but they are pleasant. I don't get any spiciness or any herbal out of the nose. The flavors open up and coat primarily top of my mouth, not much on my tongue, coats back and forth gently, soft, faint fruit and floral. Almost can't even tell they're there, but they're very gentle. The flavors die down fairly quickly. There's very little residual. This is light body. I can see why they'd say there's a little bit of a malty backbone. I can detect a little bit of that. My thoughts would be a Vienna malt because it's so subtle. From the 2-row that they likely used, I should notice some bread biscuit cracker in here. Not noticing at this point is not hoppy at all. There's no hop character that I can tell. There's a little bit of spiciness and some CO2 dancing around my tongue, a nice little combination of it. I'm getting a very faint sweetness that I think is from the malt, not the yeast. Soft, candy, fruity sweetness, light skinned fruit, very nice. Maybe just touches hints of pear and apple in there. There is residual sweet fruit, but it's pretty faint and it doesn't last very long at all. I'm still getting maltiness along the bottom of my mouth there, very gentle. All the flavors in this are restrained. I'm not getting any toasted notes out of this. No citrus, tangy, earthy, or herbal, but I would have mostly had some of those in the aroma. This is not thin and watery, but it's getting that direction a little bit. I'm sure this is a simple recipe. I do not believe it's complex. I wish the flavors were more of a punch in the face. I'm sure that the ale yeast they use in this also does provide some of the backbone flavors to it. At this point, overall for a blonde ale, I think it's pretty good. I don't think it's the best I've had, but I'm very pleased with how it's turning out. Sweeps my mouth top and bottom with a little bit of spicy nibbling in there, and this time maybe even some herbal. I get coatings of floral and light-skinned fruit as before. The flavors make a nice thin coat in the mouth, sticks around just a little bit, not very long, and fades away. There is some residual, but not very much. I think this is medium body. Sweet, light-skinned fruit again, floral, spicy. I'm still getting bread or biscuit cracker flavors, nothing grainy, no citrus, no tangy. I may notice a little bit of herbs in there. I'm kind of struggling if it's an herbal sweetness to it. Still not hoppy. I can see where someone would get that malty backbone in there. They say it's malt forward with herbal aroma and pine notes. On my palate, the malt is not really forward, and the herbal is very restrained. None of the flavors in this are punch in the face. They're all restrained, and you kind of have to look for them. Still has that nice, simple profile flavor of sweet, fruity, a little bit of floral, and a soft malt backbone. Not thin and watery, but it's not chewy either. It's between the two. Between the bottle and the glass, I can't really tell the difference. I get the same flavors, same mouthfeel, same profile. No off flavors at all that I can tell. That goes for diacetyl, astringency, fusel alcohols, no chemical flavors, paint thinner, rubbing alcohol, anything like that. No cidery, no DMS. The ball's not skunked. It's solid and well-rounded in that sense. There's nothing that I can taste that shouldn't be there. Will I buy this again? I would buy it occasionally. I don't love it, but I do like it. It's a pretty good blonde ale. Would I recommend it? Yes, I would. I think you will like this blonde ale. It's not the best example of a blonde out there, but it still is a good blonde. It has most of the flavors I would expect. That sweet, that fruity. They're just not very strong. I wish they were a little bit more in the face. Overall, I think this beer is average, but still well done, good quality. Scuttlebutt Brewing Company, Everett, Washington, Homeport Blonde Ale. If you have any comments, feedback, suggestions, questions about beer, anything, let me know, send me a message. That's all for this review. If you like this video and find it helpful, please like it and subscribe. Cheers. A light color, other malts such as For the spilling it. Yeah, let's just dump it out now. I would welcome those flavors, but that doesn't make any sense. Candy... good lord.